My name is Jamie Clarke. I'm a dad, I'm a husband, I'm something of an entrepreneur, and I've spent 25 years as a professional adventurer. And hopefully that qualifies me to share some stories and ideas with the audience. And tonight I had a fantastic experience with the AFS group talking about adventure, entrepreneurialism, and all that it is to do the hard thing and do it well.
Excellent. And it seems like you did learn the values of hard work the hard way. You gave analogies with your grandfather and your own personal plights with sales and everything else. Do you think that's really made you the man that you are today? And do you think you would have learned these lessons any other way?
If I'm really honest with myself, I think the truth of the matter is that any of my skills are actually quite average. And you can check with friends and family and they'll agree. But what I've tried to do in my lifetime is, I guess, assemble those skills in a unique way. And that to me is kind of where the innovation comes in. If you can take what you do and do it in a unique way, you can leverage an extraordinary experience. And if there's anything that I've learned in the course of my life, it's that there's amazing people on the planet, and I'm probably average among them. I am. Someone has to make up the average, and I'm right in the middle of it. But I try to take a look at what experience and skill and coordinate it in a unique way, which allows me to have, in my estimation, an extraordinary life. And that's a richness, not in material, not in things, a richness in an experience.
Oftentimes they show in these various offices, these inspirational posters that say, go for it, you can do it. And they oftentimes show Mount Everest as a climbing thing. Mm-hmm. For you, it's an actuality. And I loved how you made it so personal and it was so emotional. Where did all this come from? Did you begin this journey as somehow becoming a poster incarnate, or did it just evolve over time?
I've been very lucky in that my job, in part now, traveling around spreading the gospel of inspiration, as I think of it, is almost like a preacher. And Everest and mountaineering and adventuring as a whole has a certain brand, has a certain value and a cachet and interest. And I hope I serve it well by sharing the lessons that I learned. And I primarily sort of fell into that. And I'm very grateful to have the chance to share these stories. Because, without it sounding cheesy, I am of the belief that in our own way, we're all adventurers. We all have our own contribution to make. We all have some distant summit, and those summits are veiled by cloud, scoured by wind. The path underfoot is difficult. It's riddled with crevasses. It's a real struggle. But I think residing in all of us is this sense of resilience, this sense of curiosity, this sense of courage that maybe we've lost touch with. And I'm dedicating my life to rekindling that sense of, I am courageous. I can do amazing things. And, if I did that in part, then I've lived up to the challenge. I'm hoping that I can ignite some flames around a belief in the possible.
AFS has been around for about 30 years. One speaker said earlier, I believe it was today, that most companies don't make it past 40. You said so many inspiring things, life lessons. Do you find that there's anything special about what AFS offers that somehow is connected to a type of way of living one's life versus in just providing a service as a company with longevity?
I have occasion to, and I'm lucky, but I have occasion to speak all over the world. And I've spoken at all sorts of different conferences on every continent except for Antarctica. There's not a lot of meeting going on in Antarctica. And it was interesting to sit in with the group tonight and sit and have dinner and sit at the reception and listen in on the breakout sessions and then be a part of the evening and the celebration of a few customers. And it's hard to be able to be really specific, to speak of something tangible, but there's a uniqueness here. And because of my, unusual position, having been parachuted into organizations all over the world, there's something unique here. There's that entrepreneurial spirit. I think there's that adventuresome heart among the group. everybody has their hard work that they got to do every day, and AFS provides the tools in part to get that job done. But there's something else going on here, and so it's no surprise to me that the company's been around for such a long time and is doing what it's doing. The entrepreneurial journey is very difficult. Very few companies succeed. Climbing Everest is a lot easier, and this is one of those companies that has climbed Everest and then some, and it's a real treat to be a part of it.